Hey, welcome back. Yeah, this is Live Your Dream, a place dedicated to personal development and becoming a better version of yourself. Are you in for growth, motivation, inspiration, or healthy lifestyle? Come on, click on the subscription button and on the bell so you can always get notified anytime we are on for you. Yes, today we're talking about how to manage anger and how to deal with a difficult boss. Oh my God, may we not have a difficult boss. But in situations like this, how do you manage yourself? Yes, we are in here for you with having the change of today. Stay tuned as we deliberate on this and give you life-changing solutions in becoming a better version of yourself.
You mentioned something about getting angry and like trying to control our emotions. So sometimes that we actually upset. Is there a way, is there something we can do at that moment in order to stay calm or to just not to be exactly angry? Is there something we can do at that moment that we're upset?
Yes, yeah, there is actually. I'll just quickly explain what happens when we get
Okay.
upset.
Okay.
We have, and it's if you took a between our ears or our eye, if you put something inside our eye and push, and put it back and through your ear, there's a little part in there. It's called an emotional brain. It's the size of an almond.
Okay.
It's called the amygdala. When something comes in, when information comes in,
Okay.
that's where we feel before we think. The information goes to our amygdala. It
Wow.
takes a few seconds, and that's our emotional brain. We've had that since we lived in caves, when the first, we had to know fight or flight. We had to be aware because there was always danger around us. So we had to make fast decisions. That's
Okay.
where a message comes first, is to our emotional brain. It takes a few seconds before it reaches our executive center, which is our powerful thinking brain, the prefrontal cortex. Now, what happens if we don't allow ourselves time to think, let that message get, so the first, we can react purely from emotions, and that's what happens in road rage. And I actually did a TEDx talk. You can actually Google it.
Okay.
Road rage TEDx Harvey with my name.
Okay, road rage.
It's a short talk, yeah.
All right.
But getting back to that, when we get really angry, and we want to just react, what the best thing to do is to give ourselves time. We need to give ourselves time. So whatever we have to do, just do not say anything, do not react, at least for a few seconds.
Okay.
If our urge is too strong, if we, the urge will go down if we don't react right away, because then we can give our thinking brain, our executive brain, time to think of a response. We'll come up with something much better than if we just right away react. So time, we need the time. If we're too much emotional, stuck in our emotions, if we're too angry, the best thing is to leave it, walk away from it. Don't say anything, do not respond at the moment. It's because sometimes we get so wound up, but don't react right away. Always give time so that we can think things through before we react.
Okay.
Yeah. If we're very,
But wait, talk about the walking away. What if you're in a kind of workplace and your boss is kind of aggressive and spilling words at you? You don't get to walk away at that moment because you're standing in front of your boss and you can't walk away. So what do you do?
You can't, yes. Well, just take some deep breaths. Some deep breaths. Breathe right. And when I say deep breaths, I say from your abdomen. When you breathe in your abdomen, your stomach goes out. Some really, really deep breaths. Breathe very, 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 very deeply. Do not respond right away. Just give it as much time as possible. That's the only thing you can do.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, but there's still one thing I want to really get straight here. So won't it be that, instead of it to, maybe that particular situation, you actually not at fault and you need to communicate, like, this is the right thing. So you keeping quiet won't be taken as a fool for not talking at that moment.
You don't have to talk right at that moment. You could say, I need some time to think this through. I need some time to process this. I need some time to think this through. If you have to say something at that moment, there's always pressure to when you're in a conversation, heated conversation, to speak, because silence is very, very uncomfortable for people. They feel they have to, if people are talking, if somebody is silent, you feel a lot of pressure because you want to, that's an empty space, you want to fill that up with words. But practice being silent, because if you are silent, it actually puts the pressure back on your boss, because your boss will be uncomfortable with that silence, because he won't know. You're not giving him anything. That puts pressure back on him to say, well, wonder what you're thinking. So
I get
the sale by saying something, but just be quiet when you've made your point. When you've made your point, sit in the silence. It's uncomfortable because we want to fill that up, but sit in it, because feel uncomfortable, but stay there. Don't.
Okay, that's great. Thank you. Thanks for that insight. That's very interesting. I actually went through your profile and I read a lot of things about you. So I just wanted to talk a little about your book, so that anyone watching this can actually go to your site and make a purchase on your book. Is there anything you want to share with us on your book? I mean, the other kind of smart.
Yeah, well, the book talks about. It has stories. It has stories, and it's everyday stories that have happened to everyday people. And these stories are based on actually things that have happened to me a lot of times, or have happened to other people that I know about, that I've observed of life. Here's the book, and through these stories, I teach through storytelling. I teach the different areas about emotional intelligence through stories about people, either that have been high in those different competencies, emotional intelligence, or stories about people that have been very low in those areas, and in some cases have improved in those areas, because the good thing about emotional intelligence is we can improve by doing some things differently. And at the end of each chapter, I have tips on what we can do. Very simple things we can do every day to improve those areas. And at the end of the book, and there's a quiz, and it's like 15 questions. It's easy to do. Also at the on the website, they can do the quiz, and the quiz.
I think I've done that. When I answered the question online, the quiz, I felt like it was very accurate about me, or something like, okay, this is just me or nothing. It's very good. Thank you so much for having me today, and I'm actually very grateful. I really appreciate this.
Thank you for having me. That was wonderful. I really enjoyed our talk today.
Thank you so much. Do have a great day.
You too.
All right.
Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Wow, finally we've come to the last phase of this episode. Yes, emotional stability has actually been a great one from episode 1 down to 2 and to 3. Great thanks to Avengers Shazelle for giving us this opportunity and privilege. We are super grateful. Please drop down your comments in the comment section below. Let us hear from you. What exactly stood out for you? For me, I had a lot of things, oh my god, but the 3 minutes of listening skills, I'm so much grateful for that. So what stood out for you? What exactly would you like us to do again or next time? Don't forget, we are in here for you on anything personal development. Stay tuned, and don't forget to subscribe on our channel, like our page, share with friends and family. Get better, get blessed. See you again next time. Bye. Kisses.